going to talk about today, which some of you who have been attending Sundays when I teach the last year, maybe a little over a year, I've been teaching on these trainings from the Tibetan tradition. That's my background in Tibetan Buddhism. And they're called Lojong, or mind training teachings that this Indian master Atisha brought to Tibet. And systemized approach to bodhicitta, the desire to awaken for the sake of all beings and loving kindness through working with these slogans or maxims, just kind of little pithy little verses. There's 59 of them set out in 7 points. Each point is like, the first point, the preliminaries, first turn your mind towards awakening, and then what to do, so in these little short, quick little verses, slogans that you can kind of like a sticky, put it on a sticky note and put it on your refrigerator, So these slogans were compiled by a Tibetan in the 59 slogans in 7 points from Atisha, the Indian master who brought these. And they're very pithy, very, you don't have to carry a lot of books or study a lot of stuff. If you want to do that, that's fine, But these are meant to really just kind of remind us, just kind of bring it home, remind us why are we doing this? Why are we turning our mind towards awakening, for the benefit of others? And if you want to do this, and these slogans kind of remind you what you need to focus on. And all these slogans are based in changing that habit of self-clinging, self-cherishing. What about me? What's in it for me? That's our habit, that's our go-to, that's our operating system. But it doesn't mean it's permanent, it's just strong habits from this life, many, many lives, just a habit of self-clinging. I exist, believing in me. What about me? So these slogans are developed to turn that towards others. So we're on the 7th point now, which is the last point. And I'll go through 3 slogans from here. And the 7th point is guidelines, focuses on guidelines, the guidelines of mind training. So by this time, the 7th point, by this point, it's assumed that we've already been studying these slogans. We're on slogan. This is the 39th slogan. So we've studied 38 already. And it's so these are the guidelines for mind training. Okay, you've gotten this far. You're committed. You resolve to train your mind. To turn your mind towards awakening. These are the guidelines. This is what these slogans focus on. This is what you should remember. Keep this in mind. So the first is, and also it's connected with post-meditation. Post-meditation means off of the cushion. This is like in your world now. The other slogans are based more like as you're contemplating, as you're practicing meditation, and you're contemplating these verses, these slogans. Now it's like focus connected to post-meditation, off of the cushion as you go into your world. How do I bring these slogans, this mind training, this turning my mind towards awakening? How do I bring this into the world now? So the 39th slogan is titled, "All activities should be done with one intention." All activities should be done with one intention. And this little pithy commentary here by Pema Chodron, you might be familiar with her. She says, whatever you are doing, take the attitude of wanting it directly or indirectly to benefit others. All activities should be done with one intention. Whatever you're doing, take the attitude of wanting it or wishing it directly or indirectly to benefit others. Take the attitude of wishing it to increase your experience of kinship with your fellow beings. So you could even say, what's that one intention? Bodhicitta. as I mentioned earlier, bodhicitta, an open heart, open mind. Just this openness, be open, open. When you notice yourself closing, open. Remember your intention. So as I mentioned, by the seventh point, it's assumed that, okay, you've gotten to this point. This is your intention. Remember your intention through the whole 38 other slogans was bodhicitta. Open up, open your heart. When we think about ourselves, we close, right? We kind of close up. What about me? What's in it for me? What do I get out of it? Well, I don't know. I'll do it for Alma because I like her, but I don't know about that guy. I don't know them, Open up, open up. Remember, all activities should be done with what intention? With one intention, bodhicitta. So whatever it is, drinking tea. We could say, may all beings benefit from this tea, It's a practice. So this is you're cultivating your activities. You're applying this, training your mind. Oh yeah, may this tea benefit all beings. May this tea, benefit the folks living along the freeway in tents. May they have a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of water. Just that, turning your mind open rather than this is for me. Can I have some of that tea? No, this is mine. Get your own. Right? So that's all activities should be done with one intention. So whatever you do it with the wish for it to directly or indirectly benefit all beings, not just who we like, not just our neighbor, but everyone, even the people we find the most challenging. Even then we could say, well, I'm not ready for that person, but that's okay. But remember, next time, can you open up a little bit more? And remember, it's just an imagination, right? It's just how you're working with your mind. You're just imagining, may it benefit all beings. But it's also a wish. You're not wanting it. If you want, I want to benefit all beings. I want them to be happy. When we say that, if we really look closely, there's expectation there. I want them to be happy. Why aren't they happy? But when you wish, it's just a wish. May you be happy. And you're not concerned when that will come about. But the conditions, causes and conditions have to come together. The cause, karma. It's a cause, it's an action. A wish is an action. So there's going to be a result. Somewhere down the line. But when you want, it's expectation. And we're not happy when they're not happy. I just want them to be happy. I don't know what to do. Wish instead of want. Wish them to be happy. On our birthdays, they say, make a wish, you make a wish. I wish for a Ferrari. But we don't care if we get it or not. It's just a wish. You send it out. But at some point down the line, maybe this life or another life, you're going to get a Ferrari or something equal because you made a wish. But the most important and the altruistic wish is wishing someone happiness. Love, may you be happy. Can we do that when somebody's yelling at us, when somebody flipped us off on the freeway, when somebody's, aggressive towards us? Can we wish them happiness? If we're in a situation where people tell me, but what if this person's really abusive and what do I step out? Wish them happiness, exit, step out, take yourself out of that situation. We're not training to be doormats. We're training to be beneficial. If somebody is abusive to us or aggressive verbally or whatever, how are we wishing them happiness or being beneficial by letting them cause harm that is so harmful for them, really, for their state of mind, their being. And if we're in that, it's like a dance, right? So we have to sit this one out, step out, but still wish them happiness. May they have clarity. So that's our intention. Can we do that? You know, all activities done with one intention. The intention is to be relaxed and wide awake. And a practice tip says, notice the way in which your underlying intention colors your actions. Notice all the quality of pointlessness or aimlessness and times when whatever you are doing seems to be without any clear intention. Choose any activity you normally do and see what happens when you link it with the intention of cultivating gentleness and service to others. Tame your own mind. See what that does to your mind when you change your relationship. Anything you're doing, washing the dishes, watering the lawn, whatever you're doing, may it benefit beings. There's teachers who would say, you know, these lamas in Tibet would say, whatever I do, whether I burp, sneeze, fart, may it benefit beings. So whatever activity, you're transforming that state of mind into virtue. May it help. May it help. So if you have to sneeze, sneeze. May it benefit all beings. Unless you have COVID. But even then, may it benefit beings, you know. May it benefit all beings. May they be happy. And then the next one is correct all wrongs with one intention. Anipema says, wrongs here refers to difficult circumstances that we encounter. Our intention is to use these situations to develop compassion for all the beings who also suffer from difficulties and to aspire to breathe in their pain with the practice of Tonglen. Some of you may be familiar with Tonglen. Tonglen is a Tibetan term. It's a practice called taking and sending. So the practice is, you know, under formal practice, you imagine beings, imagine that all beings that are suffering, you breathe in their suffering as you inhale. Breathe it into your heart, and your heart transforms it. As you exhale out, you send out benefit, wishes for happiness, compassion, anything that relieves them. You imagine whatever helps, you send that out. You can imagine it as white light, and it touches their heart, and it brings them, relieves them of their suffering, of their fear, their anxiety, their aggression, their confusion. Takes it, and as you breathe in, you take that from them, bring it into your heart. So that's correct all wrongs with one intention. The difficulties. And what's the intention? You remember what the intention was? Thank you. Thank you, Ray. Benefit all beings. Bodhicitta. Open, just open. Open heart, open mind. And wrongs, you know, difficulties, it's just a label. For some of us, perhaps these tables was a wrong, was a difficulty for us. For others, like, oh, interesting. What does that tell you? There's no such thing as a wrong or a difficulty. It depends on how we're relating to it. Even obstacles, there are no obstacles. It's how we relate to it. It's only an obstacle because we're relating to it like that. It's in my way. My way. Notice your language, how we describe things, how we talk. I don't like that. I don't like that. I, you know? Our language tells us how strong of a hold we have of me. So yeah, let's remember that. Correct all difficulties, what we see as a difficulty, as an obstacle with one intention. Bodhicitta, open up, and may it benefit all beings. And then the last one is, the slogan is 2 activities. One at the beginning, one at the end. And Nani Pema says, in the morning when you wake up, you reflect on the day ahead and aspire to use it to keep a wide open heart and mind, bodhicitta. At the end of the day, before going to sleep, you think over what you have done. If you fulfilled your aspiration, even once, rejoice in that. Just kind of be happy about it. It's okay to be happy. But, be careful, not like pat yourself on the back. I did a good job today. It depends. If you went against your aspiration, rejoice that you were able to see what you did and are no longer living in ignorance. This way you'll be inspired to go forward with increasing clarity, confidence, and compassion in the days that follow. So yeah, one at the beginning and one at the end. Beginning of the day, set your intention, the spot, your aspiration to bring benefit to the world. May I be of service. May I be helpful rather than bring more confusion. In your intention, bodhicitta. At the end of the day, before we go to sleep, kind of reflect on our day. You might say, yeah, I wasn't a troublemaker today. I didn't cause trouble. Or we might think, well, I really shouldn't have said that. I was really kind of selfish and I said something I shouldn't have said. Hurt. And we don't kick ourselves. We don't throw it all away, We don't say, I don't know if I'm up to this. That's what we think sometimes. I don't think I'm up to doing this. When that comes up, then ask yourself, then what am I up to? What am I up to? If you remember, you resolved your intention, your aspiration, your wish to may I be of benefit to all beings without bias. At the end of the day, as I mentioned, you reflect, think about your day, and you see that maybe you're a little selfish in some areas, some points. Just notice that. That's okay. That's the good news. That's good news. That aspiration, that wish, that vow, that helps us. We say a vow is protection. One of my teachers said, as soon as you make a vow, you're going to break it. And that's the good news, because now you can see it. You vowed to wake up. You see when you fell asleep and you weren't helpful. That's the purpose of making a commitment, a vow. To see the shadows, to see not where we fail, but just to see where we're not, our behavior and our intention aren't aligned. So we just see that, okay, and make the adjustment. Make the adjustment. When we're kind to ourselves, gentle, compassionate, that spreads out. Now, everyone we encounter, that same non-judgmental, that kindness, that compassion, that friendliness is there because we've been cultivating it on our own state of mind. Not kicking ourselves and criticizing and judging. If we're like, that's our habit, our strong habit towards ourselves, then of course that's gonna, as I mentioned earlier, if your mind is aggressive, your world is aggressive. Your mind is at peace, your world is at peace. You might say like, well, the world's not at peace. There's all kinds of stuff going on now. Yeah, well, what's going on right here, right now? Why not focus on the aggression in our mind rather than the aggression that we perceive? And you make a wish, may all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Wish for peace, don't want peace. When you want peace, it doesn't happen, expectation, you suffer. I give up. Everything's going to hell. I can't do anything about it. Sure you can. What are you doing in just your environment, your world? Are you bringing peace to your connection with the person right in front of you? Or is your mind, oh, the world's at war, everything, it's going to end. What's happening right now? How can you benefit right now? So those are the 3 slogans for today. All activities done with one intention, bodhicitta. Correct all wrongs with one intention. As Ray said, remember your intention to benefit all beings. May I be of benefit, may I be helpful, may I be of service. And then 2 activities, one at the beginning and one at the end. In the morning, set your intention, your aspiration. And throughout your day, whatever you're doing. At the end of the day, check in on it. You know? If you met your aspiration, good. It's like just you can even go, good. I didn't cause trouble. If you were a troublemaker, just oh well. Tomorrow morning, reset that aspiration.